Welcome
Welcome
back.
back.
I'm Jocelyn.
I am Kadin,
And
we
we are
are
best
best
of
of kin.
kin. How are you?
I'm down bad.
You down bad boy.
I'm
I'm
a bad
also
boy.
like
I'm a bad boy.
not feeling like 100%.
I would say me too. I mean, I'm at the end of it though, but
Were you sick or are you?
I
Is
was
this just
sick,
from
like bad
the?
allergies. Like
Oh, okay.
we're talking like afraid to cough at work because
Right.
phlegm comes up.
Right. Ooh, ew.
That type of sickness where
I
like,
hate that.
or when you sniff too hard,
A lot of mucus in your
just so much
lungs.
mucus. Actually, such bad sinuses where it hurt to swallow like water.
Yeah.
Because I felt it in the back of my neck. My sinuses were just like so
Inflamed.
much pressure. Yeah.
That
But
sucks.
obviously, yeah, you got a bug. I was afraid I was gonna get it.
I know. I was afraid that we were gonna spread.
Because you guys all got it.
We couldn't believe the series of events. I just have today like a lingering migraine, which could probably be explained by the lack of water, as per usual.
Yeah,
So probably
with the
not
coffee.
connected. But last weekend, we took Sienna to the Arizona Children's Science Center or the Children's Museum. I'm not 100% sure what it's called. Loved it, but it was definitely Sienna's first exposure to like thousands of kids. Like, you know what I mean? Like she has not been in that big of a
So much snot and
it was definitely the most germ exposure I think she's ever had.
yeah.
Like potentially in her life.
Those
And
immune systems are going
you know
crazy
me,
there.
I'm like I work, from home. I'm a little bit of a hermit. So I myself don't surround myself with a lot of people. I don't go to concerts, like, you know what I mean? So
I never thought about it like that.
and so I think Logan's immune system is the strongest. So we all went at the same time. Sienna was so sick. She had a stomach bug the next day. And then the day after that, Monday, I got it. And then the day after that, Logan got it. But Logan's was definitely not as bad as I would say I got it the worst, for sure.
His turnarounds are pretty crazy though.
Really fast turnarounds.
Did he
really
go to work last night?
He went to work last night. And he got hit Tuesday.
Yeah, just 2 days off.
Yeah. Well, he had to take Monday off because I couldn't even get out of bed.
Well, that's what it was, yeah.
And that was like, we were so like not sure.
Which is fine though. I don't
not
think
work,
he missed a big one.
It's fine. It is what it is.
Yeah.
But so yeah, not feeling 100%. And that is why I want to give this disclaimer. Last episode went up a little late. So sorry. But also, I was so like brain fogged out. I literally named it wrong. Kadin? Episode we talk about the dead internet theory, and we put out everywhere dark internet theory, like on the thumbnail, like in the names, like
we talked about dark internet. Oh yeah.
No, it was like dead internet, but
I
named it all dark.
We want to talk about it today.
No. That was last week. We already talked about that.
Dead internet though isn't a thing. It's a dark internet.
It is dead internet, but I made everything say dark internet.
What?
Kadin, the theory is dead internet theory.
That's what the name was on the thumbnail.
No, it was dark. It was dark internet everywhere because I was last night, not last night. I think it was like the day before. I was editing clips and I was like, I heard us say that and I was like, wait a minute. And I checked all the titles and I had to go change them all. But we literally was so out of it. Like, and Kadin had a big weekend last weekend. So we were just like, it just wasn't our best. And Kadin's camera, kept falling down. So it
fell down more.
We are at our limits technologically. Like we're really working with just what we have, which is not a lot. So thank you for your grace.
Yeah, I would say it's that bad.
And I'm just a perfectionist, but it's like
I am too, in a sense. But
we still got. I'm just saying, like we've had quite a bit of like technological mistakes.
Still get compliments.
Oh, well,
and the biggest thing is audio, though, right?
It's a podcast, right? So it's like if we get our audio out, we're technically doing our job.
Dark or dead, regardless, we kind of didn't talk on that much about that.
No, I know. It ended up not being like the majority of the episode, which is funny.
It's a good one.
We have so much to yap. So much to yap about. Today I have a little less to yap about, but a couple updates. Started a new show again, Apple TV Plus, with the motherfucking hits. I would say we didn't finish Three Body Problem. It was just like
neither did I.
I have no motivation to. I might tell Logan to finish it without me at this point. Palm Royale, I also haven't finished. It's not like a fast,
No, it's
like,
not. I
it's a
tried.
slow.
The
It's not
I think I did
for
the first 2 episodes.
you.
I'm like,
I don't
nah,
think it's for you specifically. Um,
it's for women. No, I'm joking.
yeah.
No, I mean, I like the aesthetic and how it's shot and it's good acting,
No, it's cool,
but
and it's so funny,
I was
but I
kind of
don't think
bored. Yeah,
yeah, Logan thinks it's boring too. But this show,
good. I'm glad I'm
okay,
not
this
by
show
myself.
is a little bit more psychological. Okay, it is called, actually, I have to keep The Big Door Prize,
Hmm.
but it's we don't even call it that. And I still don't know why it's called that. I call it Morpha because that's like what it surrounds. So this show, it's about a mysterious arcade game, okay, that arrives in a small town convenience store,
Hmm.
and it's giving out little life potential cards. It's telling everybody what their potential is. And it has taken a chokehold over this town. Everyone is like, I need to
Potential.
quit my job and like seek this like life potential that this game told me to do. And like it's like taking over everything. Look up The Big Door Prize.
It's
But
not it's not like scary, right? We're like,
not
this is
scary
how you're gonna
at
reach your
all.
death.
No, it's not
This is how you
thriller,
die.
but it's sort of philosophical, psychological.
Oh, that guy's a good actor.
Oh, that's what I was gonna say. Chris O'Dowd, he is the Irishman, the cop in Bridesmaids. He is the main
Yeah,
protagonist,
yeah.
and he's so likable that it's like he really carries.
Dude, Apple TV, man.
Some not so good acting, but a lot of decent acting and good writing. And you don't really
92 on
know,
Rotten.
like what it's about or where it's headed. And we started it because we saw that a season 2 came out. So we were like, we have a whole season 1 to binge. And if there's a season 2, that means that it was well received and a decent show. So we binged it this week. It's the season 1, and then it's 3 episodes into season 2. And we are all caught up, and now we're just waiting for the weekly releases.
Interesting. I wonder if it has like a good feel, like ending to it, and somehow you can relate it to your life
I'm
because
sure.
everyone's always thinking of like, what
It's
is my potential?
it's
Or
very like, why are we all here?
yeah, that's what I'm trying to say. It makes
That's
you think about yourself and your life,
and that's the thing. And like everyone in the town is like, where did it come from? The technology is too advanced. Like it takes your fingerprints and like knows
what
who
do you
you
call
are.
that?
Like
It's like a
psychological thriller. It's not a
no, but
thriller
like
though.
the arcade game itself, it's kind of like
Oh,
a what would you call it?
analogy,
A metaphor?
metaphor.
Yeah, something like that, right?
Yeah.
Kind of like how Three Body Problem, like the game, or
Yes, exactly. And they're like
those
figuring
are
out. It
my
represents
lord,
like
yeah, but
real life though as well.
yeah,
Yeah. But yeah,
cool.
it's just like your life's potential. It's a morpha. It's called morpha, and it's like the shape of a butterfly. So
That's
everyone's
cool.
like kind of transforming themselves. It's really good. And
Oh, it's a book.
oh, okay, cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's just really interesting.
Which I don't know if you'll like it. Maybe. Can I just
Please,
chime in real
that's
quick?
it.
You
Yeah.
know, I have a show that I just binged on Hulu, and it's only 30 minutes each
Oh,
episode,
I like
12
that.
episodes,
That's nice.
called Normal People.
Okay.
It is basically, it's also based off a book.
Who's in that?
No name actors, but
To you.
such good acting. No, they're like
Oh,
all
okay.
Irish, or it's yeah, awesome accents in it. I'll just read you the little description because I'm so bad at retaining. Following Marianne and Connell from different backgrounds but the same small town in Ireland as they weave in and out of each other's romantic lives and start to grow up. So it shows how like
Mm.
you can fall in love with someone and how like crazy that relationship changes over time. Oh God.
Oh.
Cried for sure.
I was like gonna say I could see it in your
It
eyes.
is so good.
Really?
It's so good, and I think you guys enjoy it. There's like quite a lot of like sex scenes, but
Woo!
like it makes you, I feel like gets you more attached to like how serious and close they are and like how I guess magical their romance is. And yeah, it's really
That's
deep.
really sweet.
It's super deep.
Okay, cool.
It
We'll
makes
add
you
that
wanna
to
read the
our
book.
list. Always looking for new
It makes
shows.
you appreciate love, like real, and it's like the most, I think, perfect representation of like modern love stories.
Okay. That's nice.
Very realistic.
Because it's like we grew up with just the most scripted,
Yeah.
fluffy rom-com, whatever, like that just did not represent any true relationship.
This is the most realistic one.
Like I feel like our generation has such a skewed perspective of relationships because of media.
Yes, but also how media portrays it in like modern movies, like they make young people seem like
More
so
mature?
annoying.
Oh.
No, but like always on their phones or Like
Oh,
that
yes.
exists, but like there is
Yes.
also another part of modern young people like love and relationships that is not just all via technological still.
Yes.
I think you would like it. You would know what I'm talking about when I say it. Super easy watch.
Cool. 10 out of 10.
Yeah, I mean it's 91 on Rotten, 8.4
Gorge.
IMDb.
That is always nice. I don't always put 100% of my whatever into Rotten Tomatoes, but when it is up, I'm like, it does change
2020 also
feelings a little bit.
put
2020
out.
what? Oh, recent. Okay,
Yeah.
cool.
I couldn't.
And wait, is that on Apple, you said?
Hulu. Yeah.
Hulu. Okay, cool.
But it's TV mature, so viewer discretion advised.
I would say our podcast is like
frontal nudity.
18 and up.
Oh, for sure. Oh, yeah. I mean,
no frontal nudity, but
21 and up, yeah.
Totally.
Yeah, cool.
Okay. Love it. Do you have any other life updates?
Torn my meniscus. That is official.
And
it actually happened a long time ago.
Yeah.
And it was just like it was just kind of like an annoyance feeling. Like,
and is that from volleyball? A volleyball injury?
No. This is from like lifting, I'm pretty sure. Like doing heavy squats at the gym. And like kind of a tweak. It wasn't like an immediate like, oh fuck. It was kind of just like
annoying.
An ache. And if I like after like an 8-hour shift, maybe working like on it, walking around, it would ache more. And if I squat, like took a knee down and I got back up, the back of my knee would get so tight, like I couldn't extend my leg.
Yeah.
It felt like it was cramping. It was a weird feeling. I just I had to stretch it out. Like it felt like more muscle or tendons or something like that. Maybe like tight tissue. I don't know, whatever. But it was there for a while. Like, I mean, I never really talked about it just because I thought it was something that was gonna go away. And it was slowly going away. I mean, I could actually squat again, like being careful. Like I worked through it. This is probably the last 2-3 months, maybe 2 months. And then it's so embarrassing, but which is actually kind of funny. I want to talk about how I feel like I'm in a limbo. Like just this bland and different, which I think I talked about you on the phone. But it happened in a limbo line, yeah.
Oh,
At
right,
Boondocks, people got my Lulu bag and made like a limbo stick.
Like
and everyone in the bar was like, "Oh yeah," and then I was just like, "Lower that bitch down." You know, like girls are holding it, like let's do this. And I go, and then there's a video of it. You can see how my left knee gives out a bit, and I'm just like laughing it off. And obviously, like I'm drunk and shit. You don't feel it as much.
Not
That's the
nursing it as much
problem
as you needed
with
to as
being
well.
influenced at all. Is like you will never make a rational decision.
Right.
And then when I woke up, I could barely get out of bed. Like just moving it like side to side, like your foot like that. Just aching pain, like it feels like it's aching so hard where your leg just gives out, like you'll collapse.
Ouchie.
So I was limping.
So what's the
You saw
plan?
me Sunday. The plan is compression sleeve while I work and exercise because luckily it is a very common knee injury, and it heals on its own. Thank God. I don't need, there's no surgery. I do not like an ACL or MCL, which would definitely need surgery. So yeah, just rehabilitation, just being careful and just being really smart about it. Like
don't be
not taking it for granted.
Going too crazy.
Yeah, because this is like the perfect example of why like long term
tomfoolery.
Well, short term satisfaction of like, oh, I'm having a blast, do whatever the fuck I want. Like you feel like you're limitless, and then
like,
something like happens where it's gonna affect my long term and things I actually do love to do day to day.
It's a little bit of a wake up call.
Oh, for sure. I mean, the biggest one I've had in a while because it's like an injury, right? I always thought maybe I was like I'd get so sick through alcohol poisoning, like hospitalized, like never do it
like
again.
Logan.
But I feel like forgot about that.
I know.
But I feel as if yeah, because this was like slowly coming, like it was already there, and then
you aggravated it with your poor choices.
So bad. It's just annoying.
I know.
I'm just so tired. I'm so tired of myself.
But
disappointed.
Don't be disappointed. No shame.
There's no shame. I mean, there's no shame. But I mean, I was just even venting to my friend that night. I just like how I vent to you. I'm just like, why do we do this? This is so stupid. I'm so sick and tired of it.
What's it all for?
It's all blending into the same fun. Nothing is unique anymore.
Yeah.
Nothing is different.
Right.
Everything is just the same thing. It is so
the same experience
sickening.
over
it is so
and
gross.
over and over again.
And I used to think that I would look back like, oh yeah, 23, I should be doing this, but I'm still fucking doing it. I just reread a journal entry from 2020. Fucking bitching about, yeah, I'm never doing that again. I fucking mix alcohol and Adderall and act like a fool. I got shit sleep. I spent too much money last night. Like, I literally writing this in my journal 4 years ago. COVID year.
I didn't know you like actively wrote in a journal.
Yeah.
That's nice.
I'm really bad at it though. And I have my
nice,
stints, but I'm really trying to, because it's when you do go look back on it, that's another wake up call. Like,
right. Look at how
my
much
life
time
has changed
passed.
in so many ways. Like my income, the way I live, my health, like gym, but it's still like the core of me is still the same.
There's still like
being
traps,
acting a fool.
the same cycles and patterns that you get caught up in.
You could see
no matter how much you grow
physically and like look like my life is way better, but like I think mentally and emotionally,
like from the outside,
changed.
It's one thing, but from the inside, it's the
my
same.
My behaviors haven't changed, which is so sick.
But you literally, it just takes you getting tired of your own. It takes you getting tired of your own shit to make change.
Yeah, but that was another wake up call. Like November 2020. I'm bitching about never doing that again.
Yeah,
dude,
spent too much money.
Oh my god!
And now we're crazy. Still.
It shows
we're
that
almost May.
If you don't make a change, you're gonna be fucking 40 with kids having the same behaviors.
Yeah. And being like, I wish I found.
Maybe you have a better job. That does show like your life changes, but inside of you, if you're still the same. Unless, of course, you somehow make, like, how do you? That's just tough, man.
I mean, it just takes making different choices, but like not just once or twice, like consistently months forever.
Yeah, forever. You're right. Because one decision leads. Like the first 2 drinks, and then it literally leads to my worst nightmare, like 5 a.m.
Spend too much money last night.
Dude, yeah, Sunday. I didn't get to bed till fucking 5.
I can't.
5, and then I had to leave.
How does your body even function on such little care?
I feel like it does, but just in a piss
Think
poor
of yourself
way.
like a Tamagotchi. Like, how the fuck is it still going?
Well, I felt terrible because I had a hair appointment at 10.
Oh, were you late?
No, I made it on time, but I was just like, so much hatred in myself.
I can't even sleep.
What the fuck? I got 3.5 hours of sleep. And I knew that hair appointment was going to take forever, and I was going to come back and had to go straight to work because I opened.
Yeah. And you knew you weren't going to be sleeping in the chair.
Well, I knew I had to be talking. You know?
Yeah, you'd be talking.
We got chit-chatting, which I got to tell you about, actually. Another conversation that arose. I was like... But no, love my hair. Love you, Morgan. If you're listening, appreciate you.
I'm going in May to get some more blonde for the summer. Most excellent.
That's good.
And a little bang trim because my bang's gross. My hair grows so fast.
It really does. I actually might go back soon too because I told she took an inch off and I think I want a little more off. I don't know.
Shave your head.
No.
Can you imagine after getting spending for a full highlight, like buzzing it?
No, just taking care of it and like getting it treated again, it just makes me appreciate it more.
Yeah, and you could be doing more to take care of your hair too, like some oil drops, some like just some product.
I mean, I use products. I use after like the full shampoo conditioner sesh, and then I brush it out, and then I also add in I don't know if it's not a leave-in conditioner. It's I think just like a curling cream that doesn't frizz it, you know?
Sometimes I wonder if when you and I are just talking, like just shooting the shit, I'm like, okay, wait, this is a podcast. Like, I wonder if we're going
honestly,
too far.
I just forgot about
we're going too far, like that way. Okay, back to maybe more other like stimulating content.
That's fine.
Did you hear that Harvey Weinstein's rape case was just reversed and he was let out of prison? Isn't that some shit? Isn't that a precedent to set?
And that's just...
I feel like they were like...
Reversed?
Yeah, they were like, oh, too many women came out. Too many women came out against him. It looks now like sus. Like they're all ganging up on him. Like Reverse. But he looks terrible. He was like crippling with the walker.
Good.
He looks so dry and crusty. He's like about to take his last breath.
Ew.
Karma's coming for you.
Oh my god, dude. Yeah, he looks like shit.
He looks really
He's
bad.
72.
I know. I really hope prison aged him. Have you seen? Oh my god,
Me Too trial overturned.
Yeah, exactly. Can you believe that?
What the hell? I have been very out of it because, of course, when I have a disappointing weekend, I go hermit.
Yeah,
which I do
off
like.
grid, which is good. I haven't actually
Makes
been
me want to change my phone
seeing much because I've been working. Actually, I've been like kind of having like a burst of energy for work again this week. So I got so much done, and maybe that's the other reason why my head hurts. I'm just like, it's been one of those things where I'm up until 11 p.m. because I think I was sick for just those few days where I couldn't like do any work, and then like as soon as I started feeling better Wednesday, I was like, oh, we're going to work, and I was up so late every night. And
the only thing that is hard for me to not feel tempted to go back onto, but just because of the information, TikTok, you know.
I know. Well, it was banned.
Yeah, that's what they keep saying.
I know, but I think there's gonna be too many lawsuits. We talked about this last time. Like, I think too many people are gonna be like,
but is it really that? Other than, of course, finding material and stuff for this, and then a few laughs here and there. Like, is it really? It's almost like a societal pressure to have it, you know?
To have a TikTok, to be like in the know with like the current trends and whatever.
And I'm not trying to be that guy, like, I'm going to be different, not have any social media. It just literally makes you feel better.
But at the same time, I can't help but feel like I don't want Sienna to also be growing up seeing our eyes like glued to our phone, even if we're working, even if it kind of doesn't matter what we're doing.
I was
we're setting that example.
And she was like looking at me, and I'm looking at my phone. I'm like, fuck, I feel bad.
Yeah,
like,
I know, because she's like wanting to engage eye contact.
Like, exactly. Just
she'll grab my little cheek and she'll pull it with her little raccoon hands, and I'm like, oh, sorry.
Wow, that's a good point.
Yeah, like I don't love that. Gives you a different
perspective.
Yeah.
Or do you want your kid growing up just watching her phone all the time? You know,
she won't have a phone until she's old.
That's what I'm saying.
She definitely won't get her own iPad.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think about this, and I've even had thoughts of like, I hope all social media is banned so that we can all just be like fucking freed from this shit and like move on with our lives and like actually go back to living a reality, because we're living that's why it's called meta. It's like a reality within a reality. You know what I mean? It's like we are living a false reality, a like
I miss true human and even nature connection, because that's all the same, right?
Yeah.
We are human is nature, nature is human.
I mean, that's kind of has to do with what I was going to talk about next. So maybe we should use that as a segue.
God damn it. We're too good at this.
Woo!
Can't make this shit up.
Okay, so I just wanted to talk about, this is literally going with what we're talking about. Just the fact that we're like.
Want me to check cameras real quick?
Oh my God, yes. Before we dive in. I kind of feel good about it. I feel like we did our due diligence today.
Good? No. Good.
What's that? Okay, so I cleared the storage. Maybe you have to I knew I should have restarted the phone after deleting it. It's an old iPhone. I mean, do you want to restart the phone really quick? Okay, do you want to restart it?
Yeah.
That's.
Restart the phone?
Oh, you know what? I might also have another. Yeah, restart the phone.
There might be another thingy in there.
Look at the.
It's only 8 seconds.
8 seconds?
Let me delete it. Let me look at recently deleted. Trying to go as fast as I can.
Yeah, let me do a little filler for y'all. So yeah, we're using for the wide angle for the YouTube. We use my old ass iPhone 8 Plus from like 5 or 6 years ago. I don't know, but it doesn't do the job every time. And it's got such small storage capacity that it can only take one episode video at a time.
Oh, you didn't delete recently deleted. So last week's video was still in it.
Fuck.
Yeah, an hour and 19.
Okay. I'm not, that's all it can really handle. So, so fuck me for saying like I think we did really good this time, because clearly
oh my God.
I fucked it up, mate. But it's okay. Let me just go back in time. What was that segue again? Let me get back into it. So Kadin said that we are human nature.
Nature is human.
Nature is human. we miss out on that connection by being obsessed with our phones. But at the same time, this all calls to a greater question of what the fuck is our life? Like, what is this planet? Like, what is this world that we live in? Because you think about, like, when I was saying that social media, it's like, it's so meta. It's a reality within a reality. Like, what if the reality that we live day to day is also a reality within a reality? You know?
I like that. Keep talking.
I'm just trying to like fluff a little bit.
So deep.
Fluff. Just to wait for you to.
Thanks.
Okay.
Nature is human.
No, listen.
Segue?
It's like this world that we're living in is so controlled by a few, right? By extremely wealthy kleptomaniacs who are hoarding wealth, bleeding us dry, and then are one day gonna rip the rug out from under us and hide in their bunkers with $1 billion. You know what I mean? It's like
at that point, though,
are just
money
being
won't even
used for our resources, and our planet is being used for its resources, and it just makes me feel like a literal human experiment.
And I think, okay.
So there's, what were you gonna say? You may.
Well, I was just gonna mention, which you're probably gonna get into, like disattaching from the meta, the media.
Mm-hmm.
I know this is like almost a broken record at this point, but I think we're in the state or an age where ignorance is very bliss.
I was actually going to say that earlier. Like, I didn't have a catching up with Kadin or whatever because shit is so bleak right now.
I also want you to catch me up because then you're seeing the negative stuff and then you're just telling me about it.
And you're like, oh God, I didn't know the world was this.
But then it's like, you tell me about it and it's like, oh, other than like seeing it and like diving into the comments, like you're just fucking, you're getting way more ingrained and just hearing about it real quick for a month and then it literally just passes by. Whereas like seeing it, kind of diving into it, you're like, it's like staying with you for a little longer.
Yeah. Especially like emotionally, you feel more taxed when you're seeing things and like then just kind of hearing something that happened. Yeah, it's definitely been a taxing time. It's like, I don't even really want to like dive in too deep, but it's like you hear like the Weinstein thing was overturned. You hear like abortions banned in Arizona.
Yeah.
You hear that somebody else self-immolated. It's just like literally, oh my gosh. It's just like, my brain is frying. Like, I don't even know. And that's the thing. I think that's like what they want. They want us all to be so exhausted, indifferent, and hopeless so that when they offer us a new plan, we are all like grasping for it. We're like, we can't even afford groceries and there are so many homeless people and like, we can't even like pay for this shit. Like, we will take anything, please, like anything. And so then we're like in a position of being grateful for whatever handout, like the stimulus when COVID came. We were all like, oh, free money, free money, free money. That no one was like perturbed by like the greater things going on. You know what I mean? Like,
other things that were passed in that bill.
Yes. And the same for this recent one with the TikTok thing. Like, it was passed in the humanitarian aid package for Israel. Like, that was the stipulation. It like had to be tied into that, to the aid for some reason. So that if they said no to it, it would look like they were turning down humanitarian aid.
Dude, it just feels like every podcast episode we're closer to the brink of World War III.
No, I know.
Or some people say that we're already in it. We just don't know yet.
Well, that's the thing too. Yeah. It's like the silent war. And I also hear it's like the silent, like, Great Depression or whatever.
Because people think like, war happens when like, oh, we're dropping bombs now.
Yeah. Like, it's more mental.
Already at war.
It's probably been more psychological for a while now. Strategic. Data hacking. Yeah, cyber. Electronic. Digital. Also, wow. I was going to say, I realized when I say literally, I realize who I say it like.
Uh-oh.
And now I'm going to have to try and not. Because it reminds me of like Rob Lowe in Parks and Rec.
That's exactly what it is.
Literally? And I'm like realizing that's part of his like characteristic because he's like on coke or something, right? Like, isn't that his like character? Like,
he's a health nut on all his vitamins a health nut. And shit.
Maybe it's not
he's
coke.
Always like on all the vitamins and like
hopped up on vitamins. Okay, maybe I'll keep saying it then.
Maybe Adderall.
Literally, just like the level of energy.
Yeah, the level of pronunciation.
Literally.
I can't even do that well.
Literally. See, I can't even say literally. With a D these days.
Or sometimes you go literally.
Literally? Yeah, I know, which isn't good
literally
either.
Or
literally. Literally. Okay, we gotta stop doing that.
Parks and Rec though, definitely a nice little
That's a nice
comforting
little
show.
yeah.
Like The
Which like The
Office.
Office, yeah, and Friends, which you haven't seen, and you should just give it a go.
All right.
All right. But this just made me think of the human zoo theory. So I looked into it a little bit more.
No.
Some astronomers ascribe to the so-called zoo hypothesis, which holds that space aliens are keeping Earth and its inhabitants in a sort of cosmic zoo.
Whoa, that's a cool band name.
Cosmic Zoo.
Or something, right?
Totally.
Go ahead.
And the idea is that because the universe is so fucking old, if intelligent life is commonplace, then surely, like, by this point, they would have colonized the entire galaxy, which I literally have said on a past episode. And that we should be seeing evidence of aliens everywhere. And the fact that we don't probably means we're being deliberately isolated.
I think it's the same. It's similar to as if, like, when people are questioning if time travel could ever exist. Well, if it did exist, it would already forever existed because everyone already gone back to the past. You know what I'm saying?
Don't you think we would be withheld from that information? It's just like.
But if time travel existed, we would know. Because then the future would have created time travel to then have it be shown today or in the past, or like it's just forever would have been known if it's ever whenever it gets created, it's going to forever be created.
No,
does that make sense?
Yes, I do get that, but I still don't think that it would be public knowledge.
Oh yeah,
it'd be one of those things in Antarctica that they're keeping from us.
Well, let's say our galaxy does get conquered. That's just one galaxy out of
totally, and that's why I'm saying like we've been around for so long. Like the universe has been around for so long, but technically, like humans haven't been around for that long.
So we think.
Well, that's what I'm saying. Like our like civilization, our current civilization,
have you heard of, like,
there's been previous civilizations.
Exactly.
I mean, our current civilization is not even that old. In retrospect.
Could you imagine how many prior civilizations, given how old Earth is, that could have like
millions
been like this though, like this technologically advanced or in different ways? Because if it's been around billions of years, why not? I mean, our life is a snap in the greater
timeline
of Earth itself and its age. Yeah.
But that's what makes me wonder, like, why are we here? Like, what are we doing here? But also, like, is this either, okay, so it's either, in my opinion, it's like one of two things. Like, are the aliens or AI, right? It's like aliens or AI, whatever you believe. Are they the orchestrators or the scientists of this experiment studying us? Or is it like the Truman Show where they're like hiding behind a veil and they're watching us purely for entertainment and they don't really care about our success one way or another? Or do you think that they're like invested in like,
or maybe it's more of like
the results of the experiment?
I see what you're saying.
And like, oh, how, because then it's the other thing. There's the mouse utopia experiment. So between 1968 and 1970, American ethologist John B. Calhoun conducted a behavioral study of captive mice with a 9-square-foot enclosure at a rural facility in Maryland. Within the enclosure, he called it Universe 25. So he was like creating these like utopian universes for these captive mice, okay? Several pairs of mice bred a population that swelled to 2,200 mice. Eventually, they established social orders and created inside and outside factions, and soon mating ceased altogether. The study confirmed his grim hypothesis that overpopulation spawns a breakdown of social functions and in turn inevitably leads to extinction.
What?
So I'm like, what if we're just one big, like, mouse utopia experiment?
That's just so hard to believe.
Aliens.
Given if they've been watching this experiment since
beginning of time. But what if time is different? Like
for them.
What if they could just like see any time on Earth?
Or they can see our future, like fast forward.
Yes. What if they literally, like, it was like a mouse, right? We were just like, oh, fast forward. It's just like years spinning by to see how that, it's just like 3-body problem. You know what I mean? It's like, this happened. And then they like, they put their hand on the ground. It zooms forward to see how that worked, that hypothesis. What if it's that? They're like the people outside the game. We're like in the game. We're like the mice. And they're seeing how things are playing out when different things take place. You know?
Yeah.
Just
Which
a
is
theory.
wild to see. Oh God. Yeah, we're just forever changing, and the more faster we change, like the more rapid it becomes.
Mm-hmm.
Like if you think about the Industrial Revolution,
Since then, dude, it's
and
been
then
wild.
internet, and then just fucking now we're anything. Like AI
And
can
just
teach
like
us
they say
everything.
in that show, like with how fast in 5 years it'll be like more advanced than the last 50 years we got, and then in 10 years it'll be like the last 1,000 years. Like it's just so fast. And with AI being integrated in everything, like AI is integrated in Google search now. You're Google searching, it's AI is the first
AI
thing
is
that's coming
integrated
up.
fucking everything.
AI is now on social
Instagram.
media. Yeah, Meta search is like AI
Ask
search.
AI.
So it's like you don't even have to almost like go into ChatGPT anymore.
No,
it's actually
everything
everywhere.
is using ChatGPT.
And that happened so fast. I don't know if we talked about that last time. Like I
I'd
think
say a
that
year or
happened
two,
a
2
little
years.
quicker than I thought.
I mean, when we started talking about AI, like
I don't know.
I don't remember talking about AI in 2020.
Do you remember seeing the movie AI with Haley Joel Osment?
I don't think I've ever saw it.
Early 2000s. We went to a drive-in theater when we were
It's called
younger
AI
as a family.
or artificial
It's called
intelligence.
AI. And we went and saw The Incredibles at this drive-in theater, and it was a double feature, and the second one was AI.
Those were the days, huh?
It was really
Drive-in
scary.
theaters?
I was like, why would this be after Incredibles? What? Because you thought we would all be falling asleep, and then the parents stay and they watch AI? I'm like, this is a scary movie. Also, I was gonna ask, have you ever gotten the feeling that you're just being watched 24/7?
No.
Oh, not necessarily by like government surveillance or like, I don't know, in terms of like on the internet or by our phones listening to us, but I mean like watched. Truman Show vibes.
I don't know.
Sometimes I think people can hear all my thoughts. Anxiety.
Yeah.
But since I was a kid, I definitely remember feeling like every single thing that I was doing, and maybe
the Holy
God.
The Holy Ghost. Well,
I do
that's what we
feel
thought,
like
right?
there is like, well, that's the thing, right? Growing up Mormon, maybe like my memories are all jumbled from all the brainwashing.
It could be,
but you do feel like everything is being watched and judged, and like you have to like make the right choice because it does matter in the end. You can't like get away with anything on earth. That's like what I always thought.
We might have different perspectives on that.
Growing up, like I'm just saying, no, like that's what I thought, like in the Mormon
Growing
church.
up,
But
for
now
sure.
I'm like,
I
don't know.
like, yeah, that is weird. That's a weird concept because then that's another thing that becomes your reality. Like when it's just an idea, a belief.
Yeah, and then just like,
yeah, which controls you in your life.
Well, that's what they wanted, right? Like religion is to control and divide, and like give another thing for everyone to argue about.
Essentially.
But yeah, it's like in the Mormon church, yeah, I just remember thinking like, oh, having a thought of like, oh, I don't want to go to church. And being like, oh, sorry, God, like, I mean it, I love church. And then trying to like change my like trail of thought.
Oh, yeah.
Like that is like the ultimate control.
I was just joking.
Like, I didn't mean it. Don't turn me into a pile of salt.
Oh my God.
I read that story once in the Bible, and I'm like, you can do that?
I could not get over, like, growing up, was that we would be in heaven forever.
I couldn't get over,
I would sit there, and sometimes like I disassociate, like, because we can't fathom forever.
Yeah,
there's always a beginning and an end.
That always bugged me.
Always.
I'm like, one place for the rest of time and
Ever,
eternity,
forever. I was like, oh my God, it was so hard. It fucking destroy me.
Yeah, because I'm like, what if I don't like it there? I don't have a choice.
Yeah, what a weird idea. Yeah, you'll be around your immediate family. Like, why not my friends or
your chosen family?
Yeah, right. I don't know.
Yeah, the family that you were sealed with. I'm like, is the family sealed? Families can be together forever.
Haunting.
I know. Do you remember when we had to act out a family in heaven during a church thing?
I remember seeing
our family had to like put baptism robes on or something, either or that, or we had to wear all white, and like people were walking through the church that was like this staged live theater presentation of like what it means to be like with your family for time and eternity, and we represented the family that was together, and we were just like in white, like dressed all together, like families can be together for, and it
uncanny.
We literally like represented that.
I just remember the feeling
physically.
of like
like
Sundays and like going to the church just felt like every Sunday just felt like I don't know. I like Sundays now though.
I love Sundays. But yeah, it was just like, ugh, from the moment I wake up, this day is not my own. It's like obligation, 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 obligation. Like,
Yeah, no
gotta get ready.
friends.
Like, have to get my
Waking
hair
up
done. You have to
early.
dress up nice. Like, I gotta put tights on. I gotta wear
Yeah.
a dress. I gotta wear nice,
Button up
uncomfortable
tie.
shoes.
The
I have to sit
arguments
with
that would
people I don't
happen in
like.
like the bathrooms getting ready. And,
Yeah.
like, it just
Yeah.
felt so. And then you're at church,
Oh,
and then you
hour
leave, and
snooze
then
fest,
cooking.
followed by another hour snooze fest, followed by another hour snooze fest. And then you get home, you're starving. And mom's like, dinner will be ready in 3 hours.
Yeah. But that's when you know you got home and they
The
start
smell
cooking.
of
Either
the,
we'd nap and then the cooking
yeah.
would happen. Yeah, smell of
Or, but
spaghetti.
I'm like, what did we do all Sunday long without devices? And we weren't allowed to watch TV. And we didn't like, I don't remember like going outside. We didn't play
I
outside
remember we played in the backyard. That
on
was it, though.
Sundays.
That was
I
it.
felt like that felt blasphemous to me.
A
Like
little
even
bit. I think it
playing
was like,
outside on a Sunday.
which is so weird.
Isn't that yucky?
It was gross.
How
Play
gnarly is
outside as
that?
much as you can.
24/7.
I mean, come on.
Just really wild. Anyways, that's what I had on my theory because I don't know what this is. And just the
But
more and more
there's
things
some
seem
positive.
so fucked up, I'm like, this is an orchestrated life. Like this doesn't just happen organically. Like this is
God's
all
plan.
so like, no,
God's
like
plan.
controlled, like obviously by the 1%, like the 0.1% of the 1% or whatever, you know? It's just so manipulated and fake. And yeah, that's like that to come back around to the beginning. Like I have been having the feeling of just wanting to not even be online.
Think you
Period.
can? You can try it?
No, not with my career.
Yeah.
But it would be nice to just, and that's where maybe boundaries.
It would
Maybe
be
I have
nice.
hours. It would be nice. Maybe I set a schedule of like, these are my screen hours.
Well, that's what's so sad too. Like in the past, when I would always do 45 minutes for Insta TikTok, but the message comes up, your time is up, and it's like another 15 minutes.
And you're
Your
like,
time is
and
up, another 15 minutes. And like
and
ignored limit for us a day. Like
I just
I
mean
couldn't
like
even
in
follow
my
the.
mind, I'm like, okay, from like 10 to 12, and then
Yeah,
from
that will
like,
help, or just like none at all. Like the first 3 hours of waking.
oh my God, I would love to implement something like that because that's the first thing I do is like check my emails.
Wakes you up a bit, you know. As bad as it sounds.
But it's like there should be other things that I'm looking forward to doing and like getting out of bed for instead of just like, oh, another day. What's on my phone?
Honestly, maybe like another.
It's like, what are we
Are
living
you
for?
still doing a coffee
people?
routine? I think that
Am
it
I?
helps living here. I feel like we had a pretty good morning.
We had our routine, especially when it was COVID and everything was paused. We were like going to the
because
park.
it felt like the outside world was quiet. You know, like there
But
was no
that
chaos.
for the first time, I think gave everybody a taste of what life actually is supposed to be like. Just a little bit slower, more calmed down, way less like we're all
a lot of people
rushing to get
outside.
somewhere. No one's rushing to get
Some
anywhere.
people on bike rides and
Yeah,
walks.
it was gorgeous.
It was weird.
It was beautiful.
But then, you fall back into the rat race, and then it just doesn't exist.
Well,
anymore.
just everything opens back up and starts up again, and then the expectations are all on us to like do all the things that we were doing before, even if we don't want to. It's like, no, that's society. You have to. But
so hard to not take things for granted.
I know.
Given the
Truly.
routines and patterns we fall in.
Yeah.
And I'm like, is that everyone? Does everyone feel like that, or is it just my perspective of living in the city? Or is it my perspective living somewhere that's like always sunny?
Actually, I didn't read the article, but
Think about kids that grew up in Seattle compared to us, right? Like, they're just fucking shit ton of rainy days, and we have so many hot sunny days.
Yeah.
I just wonder. We talk about growing up as a kid playing, but people got to play on the beach growing up. People got to play by the lake growing up. Different climates, always in the cold.
Yep. The laugh experience.
Very vast, diverse country as far as
I know
climate and landscape. Really, it's insane.
I do think though that we are a little bit more of a like human zoo experiment in a city. I think everybody has a lot more space to breathe and relax, and you have like some stillness at the beginning and end of your day, even if you're like going into the city to work and then going back home into the like suburbs or a rural area.
But I don't feel any. I mean, maybe in
You
some
don't
places, but
feel
this
hustle and bustle?
no, I do. I'm just saying this
Oh.
entire grid, it's hard to find a
Yeah, I
suburb.
know.
I feel like we're in the city no matter where we go.
Well, that's the thing with Phoenix. It's so
It's a laid out grid of
urban.
it's I mean, where
Yeah.
else? I can only think of, like, maybe Fountain Valley
Ew.
or Fountain Hills,
Fountain
sorry.
Hills. Yeah. Nature Valley
Where else?
Hills.
I mean,
Nature
even,
Valley
like,
Ranch.
maybe, like, when you're maybe in Arcadia a bit feels a little more suburban,
Yeah.
but, I mean, you're just right next to Fashion Square. Like, you're right next to more building like, skyscrapers.
Yeah. I mean, yeah, even Arcadia, there's like coffee shops, like it's
Yeah,
not like
noise.
suburbs,
Yeah, just,
you
like
know?
yeah, just houses and maybe, like, the corner gas station, you know?
Mhm. But then it's like, didn't we grow up like that and hate it? And that's why we didn't want it and that's why we
Because we thought what we wanted is what we didn't want.
But would I really want to live bumfuck like
We're not talking bump, but
okay.
I'm just saying that how we have been living, I mean, we're stacked on top of all these strangers, you know,
Yeah, I
that
know.
we don't want to
It doesn't
see.
feel
We
good.
rush to our house and with
Yeah.
our groceries and just fucking like, get all my shit in
Yeah.
my happy place.
Yeah.
I mean, especially
The walk
here.
to take the trash.
Obviously, we are grateful. I mean, we've had quite
Yeah.
the life, but it's getting to that point
But
where I
I'm
am
reaching the end of my
going,
rope
yeah,
here, I
uh-huh.
think.
City, just a city.
And
I'm not even too
this
worried
specific
about
location, living in an apartment, just that lifestyle. I think that I'm coming to a close on this chapter of my life and I need to figure out what the next looks like because yeah, this was perfect for like late 20s.
I was gonna say
The
that,
back
yeah,
half of
young,
my
you're
20s.
yeah, you're mid to end 20s, but now
But
you're married and have a kid.
now and I'm trying to like build my career and I now have a direction and I'm like I know how to move forward. This isn't the most conducive place to move forward in. So that is going to be my
And
next.
then just stuck around people that are going to work all the time in
Yeah.
traffic.
Yeah.
So many rush hours. There's
Think
like 3
about
rush
how
hours throughout
much
the
you
day.
feel just like a little bit aggravated by just things in the city. Like, yeah, like the traffic and just
Yeah,
like,
snap of a finger of like, the bitch cut me off.
gotta hear that bitch coughing. Oh, I hear them
Yeah.
singing at 10 a.m. Like, not 10 a.m.,
Oh
10 p.m.
yeah. Oh, they're
Just like,
smelling cigarettes and just like
yeah. It's just all these little micro like aggressors that are at
that's
day to day I
why
can handle. And that's why I've been able to be here for years. But now I'm like,
yeah. I feel like that's why I judge oh god. Oh god.
try again.
I feel that's why I had such a culture shock when I was living in June Lake. I remember I'd come back here and I'd be like,
You were like,
Ugh,
yeah,
like, oh, this Phoenix feels like what Tucson felt to me
yeah,
living in Phoenix. Like,
yeah.
just like, why would people want to live here?
Old.
But it has
The
supplied
amenities.
me with great friendships, income,
Mm-hmm.
experiences. But, however,
There's got to be
it's
more
making me stuck and fall into
bad
behaviors I
patterns.
don't condone.
Yeah. And it don't resonate with you. It's like, that's
No,
not your true path. So you're
no.
not in alignment right now.
Yeah,
So you're
very.
not going to be able to like
I don't feel aligned.
see any signs from the universe, you know? Like when you're out of alignment, you're not really like in your noticing and
Which I
awareness.
feel as I feel like hermit is pretty good to
Yeah.
be realigned.
Mhm.
Because there's nothing wrong with that. There's nothing wrong with doing nothing.
Preach to the choir, baby. Woo! Preach.
Oh gosh,
I love it.
I miss it. But then the more I make that one decision that veers me off, I forget that I miss it, and I'm like, I can live this life
Mhm.
because,
Mhm.
well, I'm not sober and everything seems fun right then.
Yeah.
I mean, that's literally
Just
a form of
getting carried away.
yeah, and I wouldn't say I'm addicted. I wouldn't say I'm an alcoholic at all.
Mm-mm.
I don't need it.
Pretty normal for
I think I'm just
20-something.
addicted to like the like
Are you addicted to
excitement
the
and
pre-excitement of
social.
like what the night could be?
That's probably it.
I
Yeah,
think it's almost like
I get
you were
hooked on not being
saying,
restricted.
not only that, you
I've
were on
said
the
it.
phone saying, remember back in the day when like you'd roll up to Old Town and it would feel like this is the spot. This is the coolest place in the world.
I reminisce about it.
I think that's every 21-year-old. And I think that every 21-year-old is like chasing that feeling ever since. Of like,
well, it's similar
rolling up and it being that like, oh my God, this is going to be the best night ever.
No pun intended. Rolling, right? Allegedly. The drug that makes you roll, allegedly.
Oh my God.
People know. People know. That you always chase the first or 2 times because it was like the best fucking time.
Right. And it'll never be like
every
that again.
single one will kind of get close.
Don't you think that's with every drug?
No, I would disagree. I think shrooms, every single one is a different experience. I've never had a same, like, there's always been a different experience because of a lot of different factors, but yeah, some just aren't that intense. Some are just body. Some are just like in your thoughts. Like, I don't know. It's weird. Some are just like, what the fuck? Oh, that's way too much. Oh my God, everything's moving.
Okay.
Something like that.
Sure. But potentially that's what you're looking for, or that's the feeling that comes up every time you're getting ready to go out, is that limitless potential.
And I do feel bad for the listeners because it's like, yeah, we're having a podcast and we're talking about fun shit, but it's also essentially a therapeutic session. Therapeutic? Yeah, session.
But it's also like, this is our real life right now. It's like, this is what we're currently experiencing. I think we always talk about what we're currently going through. Unfiltered. Totally.
Because, I mean, anyone that's listening, for my friend, and you fucking asked me, and probably be saying the same shit. Like, just expressing that I was talking to my friend Grant on this Sunday and saying, like, I need to stop chasing. Like, all I'm doing is chasing nothing. And I'm going nowhere. And it will stay that way forever. Like, you're chasing something that doesn't exist.
You have to stop.
You're chasing that girl that's not going to be out there.
And that's why your knee is out, because your body's telling you, just stop for a little bit.
That's why I tore my meniscus.
Stop.
Just being a dumb bitch.
And like, chill and go into hermit mode, and for the summer.
Yeah. And it's not even about like, there's no appeal. Like, there's nothing to have FOMO about. There's nothing you're missing. You just, I don't know how to describe it. I'm just trying to, like, just the simple things, which I think we've already talked about. Like, just get good sleep. Have a nice morning routine. Don't look at your phone.
I really want to.
Oh, fuck. That's why I wanted to
turn up my morning routine.
I wanted to tell you, Rufus the Soul at Coachella. I meant to tell you this last week, but they had a good quote while they were like performing. Basically just saying, like, stop watching TV, stop trying to find the love of your life, do what you love, and they will find you, type thing.
Nice.
Like, just do what you love.
Yeah.
Stop feeding into the outside.
And that's basically what you're saying, is like,
the
stop
fabricated
looking.
World.
Stop
searching.
I'm
chasing something that doesn't exist. The girl I want or need is not going to be out there.
And I doubt you.
And if I did meet someone that way, there's no way that's going to be a healthy, successful relationship.
Look at your past.
Or a first night hookup, No way. No way.
Yeah.
And I don't want them to see me like that either.
Yeah.
Like, if I saw myself how I am, if I was like my sober self looking at myself on a fucking Saturday, I'd probably be annoyed. Like, why are you? Because it just seems like it's fun because everyone else is under that same influence.
Yes.
Everyone's under that cloud.
And
people think that, like, I can't even fathom the thought of going out sober because I wouldn't want to.
Honestly, there have been times, because I don't love to like drink a lot when I'm out, but there have been definitely times where I've been sober and I've been around other people that have had like at least 3 or 4, and I'm like,
they become someone they're not.
I'm like, you're kind of annoying.
Yeah,
you're
like,
kind of annoying me right
and
now.
they make you uncomfortable. Like, you don't know how to talk to drunk people. That's why it's weird being a bartender. Like, I just had last night, I worked the event at a Lifetime, and there's these guys that got drunk and they kept shaking my hand and they're saying, "Dude, you're so cool. Like, what's your name again?" Like, kept asking my name. Like, you're asking.
And they think they're so cool.
But then they're like, yeah, they're high on life, and they think that they didn't ask my name twice already. Like, it's just weird. It's a disconnection in it. Yeah, it's like, well, I'm that guy. I'm definitely that guy. And back to what I was saying, I think last episode we were talking about how I was like, I just put so much shame on myself, or that like I'm young, I shouldn't be having fun. It's like I completely disagree with that actually.
Yeah.
Like that's what Jamie was saying. Like you're young, like but you don't understand the fun I have had. Like I have probably had and
literally
done everything as far as anyone in their 20s could think of as far as festivals,
you
going
will have
out,
zero
partying.
regrets going into your 30s.
I have
You will have
I
done
have
it all.
had so much fun, and I don't find it necessary to continue to have that same fun.
The same height, like the
Yeah,
height, like
bro.
the
Like
level, I guess. Yeah.
I mean, I've done shit that people can't probably even fathom. Like, what? How do you even do that? Just like, but it seems so natural in my fucking world, just because people I hang out with can kind of like
Right.
do it with
That's
me.
your reality.
Like these benders, like these 3 days,
Yeah.
these
Oh my
fucking
God.
these seeing the sun come up, the festivals, different festivals, traveling for festivals. I'm just like
But
yeah.
that's so
I hate when
fun
people
in your
tell me that.
20s. I love that.
Yeah,
But it just depends, when you want to have kids,
that's what I'm
which I
thinking
know you
too.
want
I've been
eventually.
thinking about. It's like I need to like start being the future dad
Yeah.
my kids can look
You
up
need to
to.
start
It's not
modeling.
about telling them like, "Oh yeah, my dad was so cool. He did all this shit." Like,
Yeah.
I don't want to create those. My dad is so cool. He did all this shit. I want to be like, yeah, my dad ran a fucking marathon once. You know,
Yes.
like that.
Yes.
More like, holy
Yes.
shit.
Yeah. Role model.
Not like, yeah, he fucking
His
can't. He
heyday.
fucking Jedi flipped at EDC and it
Yeah.
felt so good when his eyes
Oh
crossed.
my God. Chill out. No, I know what you mean, but it's like that has to start at some point,
No, it's definitely
you
yeah.
know.
That's more coming into my thought pattern of it's time to fucking
It's
grow
not
up.
like, okay, like your biological clock is ticking, but it's
Yeah,
also like if you want a girl, you know, if you want to start being with a girl who's also in her 20s.
I mean, I know people that are 32 still going out and having hookups. I'm like, I
Right.
pray.
Yeah.
I think again, I talked to my friends about this. Like, it's side conversations. Like, you don't really want to be doing this. Like,
Right. You're like, okay, we're all doing
we
this
don't
now,
want to
but
be doing
like,
this. Like,
yeah,
dude,
yeah,
I
yeah.
I fucking if I'm doing this when I'm 30, like, dude, please just like don't be friends with me. Like,
Yeah. Cut me off.
but that's what I was saying. Time goes. I was just doing this in 2020.
Mm-hmm.
Why would I not be doing it in 2028, 4 years from now,
Mm-hmm.
if I was in it 4 years ago?
Mm-hmm. A lot changes
So
though.
it's the thought pattern of yeah, like you
But
need
you're
to
gonna grow up
consider
4 years from where you're at now. You
yeah,
know what I mean? Like, and you've already changed so much in 4 years.
yeah. But I was just saying how my behavior is
I
like
know.
kind of
I
similar.
know.
Yeah, but those thoughts of like, yeah, meeting someone, actually have like a very healthy, happy, committed relationship with someone that's your best friend, someone you're excited your parents to meet
Mm-hmm.
or your family to meet,
Who blends
someone that
in,
you
like,
want to actually have a family with, and then you got to be a good dad. It's
and
like it's just
can
time to fucking
tolerate
grow up.
being with every single day and want to
Yeah,
grow together and like start a
being okay with getting in
family
fights and
and
then resolving them. There's
yeah.
so much to it,
Mm-hmm.
and yeah, I'm young. I'm young. You keep saying that, but
I'm just trying to make you
I'm
not
already gonna be
feel
27.
like overwhelmed. That's pretty
I
old.
thought you were old at 27, and I was like,
Yeah.
"What? No, that's with me." When I was in fucking high school, and I thought someone that was 27 was like, "What the fuck?"
Elder.
After college,
Yeah.
they're so like
Yeah.
you think someone's
Like
so
a
old
career
after college
person.
when the
Yeah.
people in college now are just fucking honestly still kids.
Oh my God. Yeah.
And it's not even like the career aspect of it. It's just like just maturing, making better decisions. Because I would want to make good decisions when I'm with someone. Why would I want to
Mm-hmm.
disappoint someone
Mm-hmm.
else?
Mm-hmm.
Like, it's just
And
gross.
you
It's
want
just
them
nasty.
yeah. Yeah. No, it's so true. I was gonna ask
Did
if
you
you
not
like.
have anything about under
Well,
cheese?
no, I was gonna. Oh, are you doing it? Because we're already an
No.
hour. Because I was gonna say, can we put it to next week and then we can make a whole
Yeah.
episode on
Yeah.
health?
On what? Yeah.
Yeah.
The under cheese.
Oh my God, that sounds so
The low key
disgusting.
cheese below.
No, it was like the deal,
The
like
down low on the cheese below.
yes. Oh my God, that is so funny. That'll be a little segment next time.
Yeah. Hint.
Little hint if anyone can guess it.
Cheese.
um. Yeah.
Do you have anything else? Yeah, enough about me.
No, I just You mean me and my life, or just period?
I mean, you're
No,
feeling
that's
similar
like
too,
it.
though, right? Like a limbo.
I've been feeling like
Just like
I can't. No, I've been feeling like I need to move on from apartment life And I want to start doing like a little educational curriculum for Sienna and like getting into doing like 30 minutes of homeschool every morning and like just having a more solid morning routine and really figuring out a better way to use my phone for work that I don't get distracted by it. Because it's like if I'm for work going on TikTok to post something or do something specific, as soon as my feed pops up, I'm lost. I'm in the feed. I'm sucked in. It's got
So I
me.
wonder if you can just practice.
I keep forgetting why I'm even on that app, and I keep getting sucked into consuming it.
It's a brilliant app.
Same with Instagram. Every time I open it, I'm just looking at stories, scrolling, and then I'm like, wait, what the fuck? And then I close out of it, and I'm like,
stories.
Oh my God, I opened it for a reason. And then I get back on, and then I'm like, and get lost again.
Yeah.
And then I close out of it, and then
I'm
like,
you get out of an
oh
app, you're like, then you're going through your apps real quick, and then you click on the same one.
I know. How disgusting is that?
We need to watch
that.
Yeah, that we forget all the time.
The social experiment. It's not that. It's something like that. It's
Dilemma.
like social dilemma. Ooh. Thank you.
You want to listen to some spirit flutes?
Sure. Are they Native American spirit flutes?
Yeah.
Beautiful. I feel my third eye opening. That's actually curing my migraine.
Feels good. So do I journal too.
I feel like I showed you this, or did you show me this?
I think I showed you a TikTok a long time ago. And it was like spirit flute in bass D.
Mm-hmm.
And I was fucking obsessed with the sound. It was like just nostalgic and just nothing like a spirit flute to make you feel like you're in the mountains or somewhere in nature. But it's actually this girl. If I can find, this is Rain Sticks.
I love that.
Spirit flute. Remember when we had a rain stick?
I love a rain stick.
I took that bitch for
It really does sound like rain. That's hence the name.
Let me just see if I can find that video real quick, and then we can clock out.
Closing time. Doesn't it sound like that song?
Oh yeah, a little bit. Mask off.
Yeah.
Fuck it, mask off.
Yeah. Mask off.
Fuck it, mask off. Oh my God. Magic.
Oh, that is a little loud.
Sorry.
If I'm being honest.
My bad.
Do you have weekend plans?
Ooh. So this is where my hermit begins. And I think what's good for me probably is just, I should probably just work every day of the week.
You should probably, I mean, that would be nice.
Because then I can just say I have work.
Right.
Like there's two more actually no, there's a going away party tonight and there's a birthday party tomorrow night. I got invited to both. Tonight there's no way. I have work until like almost midnight tonight. Can't do it. I'm literally at work.
Perfect excuse.
Saturday I am working all day at Lifetime and there's a private event later that night. I have to stay and work. All right, I have to work.
It would be nice though to also be able to say no without something to lean on. But I mean, that is a nice
halfway
beginning.
Joking, but
sure. But
or just you
just have to start practicing saying no and getting better at it.
It starts with one no, then the next.
Yes.
Or just
and I think you'll actually feel lighter once you start declining invites.
For sure.
I think you're gonna be like, oh, that was easy, and there were zero ramifications. They're not mad at me. Like I didn't miss anything. Like you're gonna realize.
That's my biggest problem is I am focused on like, oh, they're probably gonna be like like.
They're how they feel about you.
Yeah, how they feel about me not being there when that's like
fuck them.
Like, oh, okay, and then they just move on. Like,
protect
right away,
your peace. Do it for you. Okay.
All right. I can't find it.
Okay. Well, this has been a beautiful therapy session.
Soothe yourself.
I'm gonna start charging you. No, I'm just kidding. I don't even have any advice. I literally just listen to you and say, yeah.
Literally?
Yeah, literally. It's gonna be okay. Rate and review the podcast, but only if it's 5 stars.
Huh? You want to talk about him? Huh? Time goes by so fast.
It's already been an hour, like over an hour.
I know. I feel like this is the first time. I just feel bad. I feel like I talked more.
No, but it's good because I think typically I talk the most, and I have a headache today. So you really did me a solid. And you didn't even talk about your main topic. So we'll save it for next week. And
I won't lie though, it kind of helped because
I didn't think you took any notes. By the way,
I worked all day yesterday.
I didn't think you prepared anything.
10:30 to 10:30.
I didn't expect a single
12 hours. Got home, slept. I was like,
you don't need to make excuses.
I'm gonna wake up at 8 a.m. and fucking look up some under cheese. And then
stop calling it that.
I kept snoozing. I was like, oh, I'm so tired.
Okay. No, it works out. Because that didn't even go with anything we talked about. It would have been like so random. Next week, it'll make more sense.
You now have the challenge to come up with an episode name.
Right. Well, that's not going to be hard. I'm so smart. And like
episode 31. We missed
episode 31.
Episode golden.
Yeah, my golden episode was episode 30. And I missed the opportunity to make it all about me.
Do you want to rate coffee?
We got coffee from Fame today. Arturo, it was very good.
We actually had
oh my God. Arturo
Mungia
bought us coffees today.
He's struggling so hard in Virginia right now.
Oh, why?
He's another he's basically another boot camp to get to an extra level in the in his I don't know how to fucking describe it so bad. But he's gonna go work at US Embassy.
The embassy. Remember when Logan was like the
like
hotel?
Oh my God, yeah.
The embassy.
So
suites?
He's in Virginia right now, away from Yvonne, like for like 2 months, like
shit.
doing rigorous work, barely sleeping, to like train, become of this position, get hired for this position.
Wild.
Yeah, he's got like so skinny. It's so weird.
You're
like,
kidding.
No, his like face looks so skinny. Like,
oh my God.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
Yeah. But hey,
he's overworked.
Still listening to pod and donating coffee.
The homie. Oh my
Love
God.
you, bro. Thank you for the coffee.
All right. Watch and subscribe to the YouTube. Follow us on socials.
Let's get 11 5 stars.
See you next Tuesday.
It's gonna be okay.
It's going to be okay.
Bye.